back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So it looks like fans are speculating that Cardi B could be working on music, not just with Queen B, but with Camel Face. Okay? Now, a fan said, Cardi B has an album coming. Camel Face allegedly has an album coming. Cardi has been hanging around the entire family, her kids getting their hair done by the same stylist. Producers like in Pose, Cardi sharing things with Camel Face music playing in the background. I know I'm delusional sometimes, but ... So a lot of fans are speculating that either Cardi B got clearance for a Camel Face sample on the album, or she's going to be on his album. Okay? And there's already been a lot of speculation that she will be working with Queen B for her next era. So let me know if you guys feel like Camel Face reached out to Cardi B to do a collaboration. I can see her possibly being able to sample Camel Face. Them doing a song together would not make any type of sense at all. Like, that would get Camel Face clowned. Okay? She can't be working with the legendary, iconic male rappers like that because they're too lyrical for a Cardi B. You know, even when she worked with Kanye West, it didn't even make any sense, and that's why the song flopped. Remember, she worked with Kanye West for Hot Garbage, and that's why the song flopped, because it just didn't logically make any sense. And then on top of that, you know, he didn't even want to be in the music video. He started clowning Cardi B after the record came out because Kanye West is a Gemini, so they flip-flop. But the point of the matter is, you know, I think her doing a record with Queen B would make a little bit more sense, only because Beyoncé works with a lot of the female rappers. Even though I just feel like Beyoncé is 10 times more talented, it wouldn't be shocking. But to work with Camel Face would honestly, you know, be a slap in the face to a lot of hip-hop fans. I mean, Cardi B is a culture vulture, but I don't really consider her to be part of the culture, in my opinion. Now, moving on from that, Women by Doja Cat has re-entered at number 99 on the global Payola chart with 1.66 million streams. It also re-entered at number 32 on the US Payola chart with 750,000 streams after she performed at the World Cup event. I believe that was yesterday. So it seems as though a lot of people like playing her because they not streaming, you know, that new album, not the new album, but her most recent album, Scarlet, or the Scarlet Deluxe, which came out last year. Now, with that being said, allegedly the D0JA and Doja Cat collaboration is scrapped. Okay? Allegedly, D0JA's team has scrapped the record. They've been working on this song, or were working on the song, in 2023, 2022. So the song is old anyway. They got to come up with something new. But the record allegedly is scrapped. Now, why is it scrapped? Well, I think Doja Cat secretly is jealous of D0JA's success. Yes, I do think so. And I also feel like as though the industry not backing Doja Cat as much as they back in D0JA now. Now, there could be a plethora of reasons. I think the main reason why is because the Scarlet era was trash, okay? That's the biggest one, okay? The Scarlet era was trash. Planet Her was much better. That's why she's trying to go back to pop. Now her new era, she pop R&B. You could have stuck to that, okay? Because now you ruin your next era with all the demonic mess she was doing during the Scarlet era, okay? I also feel like they're tired of her in controversy or scandals or in the racist chat rooms. I feel like that played a part. But the point of the matter is, I don't think D0JA really need Doja Cat like that anyway. I mean, she just won hip hop or rap album of the year with a mixtape. I mean, Doja Cat will never do that. She won't never win nothing at the Grammys in the rap category. No, she will not. Now, it looks like Megan takes a page out of Cardi B's book and decides to subliminally throw shade at Nicki Minaj. But Nicki Minaj, I think it was last week, was talking about Megan Thee Stallion's case with her former employee. And so Megan took to TikTok to throw shade at Nicki Minaj.
Beautiful again and craving attention, so I decided to make some bitches mad from scratch. I started by going out and doing something with my life, as well as getting paid because I know that that's essential in making bitches mad. I then posted a selfie of me looking pretty and minding my business to my story.
So a lot of fans think that she is throwing shade at Nicki Minaj because, the Megan Thee Stallion fans feel like, Nicki is jealous of Megan and the fact that she's able to get certain deals via Devil Nation. And Megan kind of said in that TikTok with that voiceover that she be making B-words mad by just existing, okay? So she's still running with the narrative that she's never really done anything to Nicki Minaj, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing. This is all fine and dandy, but somebody need to get in the booth, okay? The shade on social media really don't hit the same, and this is why male rap will always be better than female rap, because at least, Pusha T, Travis, Champagne Thickums, Kung Fu Kenny, Jonas, Lucas, Skepta, they getting in the booth. These female rappers, all they do is throw shade on social media. It's not even really interesting anymore. Now, in hindsight, Nicki Minaj did drop Bigfoot and Megan didn't respond, but a lot of people don't like Bigfoot. Even though I don't know if they don't like Bigfoot because Nicki Minaj wrote it, or if they genuinely don't like the record, because I see people quote Bigfoot all the time, but they pretend like they don't like it. Now, Megan posted up with her boo, Klay Thompson, her new boo. She was showing off a gift that he had bought her. And with that being said, a lot of people are saying that Megan is the female rapper Lori Harvey. Okay? That soon as she get rid of an old nigga, she get a new one. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Here's the thing with Megan Thee Stallion. Now, some fans are saying that this is PR. That is to promote her Act 3 album. That's what some fans are saying. And I just kind of feel like with Megan, she should date in private. I don't see what's the point of popping out with a new nigga when next year he won't even be here. Let's be very clear. And then you just gonna be known as Loose Coochie Meg. I mean, to me, I don't understand why she gotta pop out with a man every time she date, because it just don't last. You did this with Party, you did this with Moneybag, you did this with Tory Craig, you did this with Tory. You did pop out with Tory. Okay, you was on live with Tory before you got pow. Okay. I mean, now you're doing it with Klay Thompson. You smashed the baby. I just feel like, to me, I think it's best for celebrities to date in private, because it's gonna end, and when it do, you just gonna get called a hoe. That's basically it. Now, I don't think Megan cares that people call her a hoe. Okay? But I do feel like, the industry is small, and how many athletes can you date? Because you've dated a few already. Okay? So to me, I just feel like it's better for Megan to keep her coochie to herself, or at least date in private, versus every time you dating somebody, you got to come out with them, because by next year, Klay Thompson, her won't even be a thing. And then people are just going to be calling her Loose Coochie Meg and a whore and a hoe and all this stuff. And I just feel like it's not necessary. Now, Draymond Green threw a shot at Megan Thee Stallion. Hopefully he was joking, but he said she got a thing for shooters, LOL. Now, maybe he was talking about she got a thing for basketball players, because she did date Tory Craig, who is a basketball player. Okay, we're not even going to talk about the rest of the basketball players that she allegedly dated behind the scenes, but that's neither here or there. But a lot of fans feel like, he's trying to subliminally throw shade because she got shot by Tory. So he's trying to say, oh, she got a thing for shooters because she got shot by Tory Leprechaun Lanes. So, I just feel like, Draymond, you don't want to start dissing Meg, okay? I don't know. I don't know. Devil Nation finna come after you, okay, Draymond? I think you should keep quiet and not start dissing Megan. Don't humiliate Megan like that, talking about she got a thing for shooters. Are you trying to call her a hoe, or are you trying to say she got shot by Tory? Because either one, it sounds bad. It sounds like you trying to say she get around, she got a thing for NBA players, or she got shot by Tory. It feels like you trying to make fun of her. Okay, so that's, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know if Draymond want to smoke with Camel Face. And I know y'all gonna say, oh, Camel Face is not God. But if he's sabotaging Nicki Minaj and several other people, I think he can sabotage Draymond Green. Okay? Draymond don't need to get sabotaged because he already is a violent person. He's a hothead if you know the history of Draymond Green. I think that Camel Face, he don't like when people mess with Meg. Now, is Queen B under attack, or is this karma? Hopefully not for Queen B. Queen B's choreographer and one of her dancers said thieves broke into their SUV and stole jump drives containing unreleased music, footage, plans for her show, and more before her Atlanta show. Wow. Not Queen B got robbed. Not before Act 3. Act 3 was supposed to come out next year. Oh my goodness. They just ruined the next era. This is terrible. Listen, this ain't the first time Queen B has gotten robbed, but I do feel like she got snakes in the camp. I've always said that somebody is sabotaging Queen B. Now, it could be karma because Camel Face sabotaged other people. So, I mean, listen, what goes around comes around. But the point of the matter is, I feel like Queen B shouldn't have to suffer for Camel Face's evilness. I mean, why couldn't it have been Camel Face? Nobody cares if people still unreleased music. It's not like he gonna chart anyway. No shame, not without Beyoncé, he not gonna chart. So, but Beyoncé, come on, please do not sabotage Act 3. A lot of people are looking forward to it. I mean, goodness gracious, y'all can't give Queen B a break. I mean, it seemed like she always going through something. First, the car that she had on her set at the Cowboy Carter tour, it basically almost fell in the middle of her set. Okay. The Cowboy Carter album leaked. I mean, come on, Renaissance leaked. Now she getting robbed. I mean, it's not the first time, but goodness gracious. And didn't Camel Face perform in the Atlanta show? I wonder if he had something to do with the robbery. Not saying he would rob his own wife, but I don't put nothing past Camel Face. I noticed like he might be giving her some bad karma. That's all I'm saying. I think she need to divorce him and get rid of him expeditiously. But speaking of Camel Face and Queen B, because they did perform together, a lot of fans are speculating that they will be doing another collaboration album, On the Run Part 3. Okay? They might be doing another collaboration album or, headlining a tour together. I think that's a chop. I think Queen B needs to headline tours by herself. Camel Face is trying to latch on to Queen B's relevancy. He's only relevant because of Beyonce. Nobody cares about what he got going on. I think he also trying to perform at the Super Bowl. That's why he keep popping up. He trying to get people excited because he might try to perform at the Super Bowl. I don't think that he should be able to perform. It's a conflict of interest. You can't choose yourself for the Super Bowl. That's a conflict of interest. If you do that, Camel Face, you an icon, I will have to give you 100,000 lashes. You cannot choose yourself. You don't have a good music out for you to be choosing yourself. Okay, that's just being greedy. Now, moving on from that, it has been reported all the data stolen from Queen B requires a password to be accessed, and the ATL police have already issued warrants for the arrest of the criminals. And it looks like Queen B is making sure these people get arrested and charged. Don't ever come for the Queen, okay? But I still think that there's some snakes in the camp. I think she need to investigate. Somebody clearly doesn't like Queen B and sabotaging her. Or somebody really hates Camel Face, because I feel like Queen B been getting sabotaged for a while now, and I blame Camel Face. Is Camel Face karma coming on to Queen B? Queen B ain't do nothing to nobody. I mean, there's certain people that she's had careers end, but you know, those careers probably were going to end regardless. You know, it's not like she ended a major big artist. A lot of those careers that she's ended in the past, they was never fully going to thrive anyway. Okay? But Camel Face has taken down bigger artists. You know what I'm saying? What happened to J. Cole? You want that tea? That's on Patreon. But like I said before, Queen B, she's been minding her business lately. I feel like it's Camel Face that is giving Beyonce the bad luck, the bad karma. Okay, that's why she needs to divorce him. Now, moving on to Champagne Thickums. Okay, so his song Did I Miss debuted at number 2 on the Hot 100, but unfortunately, he is not satisfied with the number 2 spot because Kung Fu Kenny, when he dropped his album, he went straight to number 1 with Squabble Up, and then GNX was number 1. And then Luther, months later, went number 1, and it's still top 10. So I feel like Champagne Thickums, he probably fell away because of the success Kung Fu Kenny has had. And currently, he's on a world tour. He said, Suppressor on the number 1 spot. I'm taking that soon. Don't worry. One song or another. Rules change and all. Okay? Now, here's the thing with Champagne Thickums. This is how I know he fallen off. When Champagne Thickums was on top, we didn't hear a peep. He wasn't talking about no suppressor. There was no lawsuits. But as soon as he stopped going number 1, he trying to act like, you know, the industry is completely after him. Okay? And here's the thing. You know, Champagne Thickums is not getting the same push as he used to. But whose fault is that? I mean, if you're suing your own label, why would they give you payola? That's why he's not going number 1, because he used to get the payola package. Okay? And the thing is, I don't really think this is a hit because it's finna drop down the charts the following week. I don't feel like it's really a hit because it's supposed to be out of the top 10 the following week. So to me, I don't feel like enough people are streaming it. But the point of the matter is, you can't work at a job, right? And you sue them and then try to act like you gonna get a raise. Like, they're not giving you no raise, okay? When you try to sue them. Like, that's what Champagne Thickums give off. Like, he comes off entitled. You suing your label and you expect them to push you still? Like, are you slow? Like, it just don't make logical sense to me. Moving on to 3 Dreads. Unfortunately, I do gotta give Wayne 50,000 lashes, okay? It has been reported that he got a remix coming out with Morgan the Racist, okay? Here's my thing with Wayne. You never help yourself. Well, that's really... Young Money never helps himself, but Wayne, you definitely don't be helping yourself. You supposed to be a pioneer. Everybody already thinks that you're a Trumpy. And then, on top of that, you collaborating with Morgan the Racist for what? That's not going to help your album that came and went. Like, come on now. Like, every time I try to root for you, you always prove the people right. That you're a sellout, you're a coon. That's what they're calling you. Do you want to be known for that? Because to be quite honest, your tour's not selling out. You just announced your tour. The album came and went and was trashed. Okay, you didn't even go number 1 with the album. You had no hits on the album. I just feel like you're ruining, low-key, your legacy. And then people were dragging you for complaining about not headlining the Super Bowl. It just seemed like you make every wrong step. Every time. Like, it's like you make every wrong move for no reason. I don't get it. Okay, like, why would you collaborate with Morgan the Racist right now? You couldn't have called up Post Malone or Big Billy. There's so many white artists you could have called, and you called him? Like, come on now. Like, I get it, he's under Universal too, but it just don't make sense. It just logically don't make sense. It's like you want to get dragged. But don't complain when your tour tickets don't sell out because they're not selling at all. Okay? I try to help you, but clearly you don't want the help. So I'm just going to let you ruin your legacy, Wayne. No shade. The music is not even up to par for you to be doing all of this. The music was trash for your album. No shade. Like, come on now. So, 50,000 lashes to 3 Dreads. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Nicki and Camel Face. Link will be in description. on Patreon, and I hope you guys have a great day.